Hello everybody, Timothy Bailey with Project Learn with another video for us today. Today I looked outside, was checking out the weather this morning, and I thought we might talk about the weather and the weather as it is today or as it was this morning when I looked outside. So we're going to look at overcast weather. This is the weather that when I looked outside, this is what I saw. So we're not talking about, all weather. We're not talking about snow because that time is gone. We're not talking about a sunny day, right? Although it might be later. We're talking about overcast weather. And the question might be, what is the forecast for today? So the word we're looking at, forecast. And we have some other words. So forecast. We're going to talk about the word temperature. Temperature. Rainy, right? This would be the adjective, rainy. Cloudy, cloudy. Stormy, stormy. And the word chance, okay? Chance. So what is a forecast? Well, this is a forecast. You might see something like this if you go to the weather.com website, or they might show something like this on TV, right? And we're going to look at this in just a second. So this tells us the forecast for Akron, Ohio. Okay. What is temperature? Well, temperature tells us how hot or how cold something is. And usually, when we're talking about temperature outside with weather, there are two kinds that we use. This one here, which is Celsius, and this one here, which is Fahrenheit. So the United States uses this one, Fahrenheit. Many countries throughout the rest of the world use this one. Okay. And you can see by the numbers, they are not the same, right? So they are quite different, right? The numbers. Rainy, rainy, right? Like this. So in this picture, it is raining a lot, right? You can see the people with the umbrellas, right? And the street here is getting a lot of water in it. So this is a rainy day, a rainy evening. It looks like it could be nighttime. We also have our next word, which is cloudy. So again, adjective, adjective, adjective. These are clouds, the noun. Okay, so cloudy. And we're going to look at a difference between this word overcast and this word cloudy in a little bit. How about stormy? Here we go. So stormy. Okay. You can see the dark clouds here. You can also see this, right? This is called lightning, right? Lightning. And the sound you hear, the very loud sound sometimes, because of the lightning, is called thunder, right? So lightning and thunder. If you hear thunder, there is lightning somewhere, even if you cannot see it. Even if you cannot see it. So this is stormy, a stormy day. And this morning when I looked outside, it was a little bit stormy, and I think it was last night as well. What is a chance? Well, chance is something that might happen, right? A little chance, so it maybe probably won't happen, or a big chance, right? There's a 100% it will happen, or 80%, right? Chance is the possibility that something will happen. So when we play games with this, which is called a die, right? A dice. When we play games, we take a chance, right? When we roll this, we might get a 4, we might get a 1, we might get a 6 or a 2. Okay, there is a chance to get those numbers. Okay. All right, so let's look at our forecast here again, some of the things on this forecast. So this forecast right now is giving us for 36 hours, so sort of a day and a half, they are giving us the forecast. And you can see down here it's for today, so it was this morning, tonight, Friday, Friday night, and Saturday. Okay, this forecast does not give us next Tuesday, for example. It's just for 36 hours. Now we could, if I clicked on here, get the forecast for the next 10 days. So it would show us today, tomorrow, right, all through the weekend, and then into next week. Okay? Same way we could do hourly for today. So it could give us the forecast each hour for today. Here is the temperature. So how do we say this? 52, right? So we don't say 52. This is one number. So we say 52. And then this one here, the little circle, we say degrees. So 52 degrees. And in the United States, like I told you, we're talking about Fahrenheit, but we usually don't say 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Right? We just say when you're here, when you're living in the United States, talking to another person who lives in the United States, we just say 52 degrees. Now, if you were talking to someone from another part of the world, or you were talking to your family back in the country where you came from, or an international student or something, you might specify to them 52 degrees Fahrenheit so that they don't think you're talking about 52 degrees Celsius. Right? And there's our Fahrenheit, a very difficult word to spell. Down here you can see the cloud and the sun, right? So this is cloudy and rainy, right? It's also stormy. You can see the lightning that I mentioned right here. So today, right, is a stormy day, or it was anyways, okay? And we're going to talk about that here in just a second as well. And you can see right here, thunderstorms, okay? Now, I don't know why we call them thunderstorms and not lightning storms, but that is what they're called, thunderstorms. Okay? So anytime you see this, right, this is thunderstorm, thunderstorm, thunderstorm. Here, Friday night is not a thunderstorm. It is just rainy, okay, just rainy. So you have to see the lightning for it to be a thunderstorm. And there it is again, so you can see the lightning. Now here, so for tonight, the low is 63 degrees. So the lowest temperature they're telling us in this forecast for tonight will be 63. So they're saying, the people who tell us the weather, that it should not be 62 or 50 or 40. The lowest should be 63 degrees. So if you're trying to decide what clothing should I wear tonight, do I need a coat, do I need a hat, right? This will tell you, right? As long as you remember, what does it feel like for 63 degrees? And what do I like? Okay. Now the opposite would be the high. So for Friday, the highest temperature, 75 degrees. So for 75 degrees, you might not need a coat. You might need a jacket. Remember, jacket is a lighter kind of coat. It might still be too cold to go swimming Friday, right? So with the forecast, you can decide what you need to wear and what you might want to do for that time. Down here is our chance. So on Friday night, there is an 80%, right? 80% chance of rain. So 80% is pretty good, right? So if you're planning to do something outside, you might want to take an umbrella, or you might want to be careful because it'll probably rain. Friday, if you look 100%, it will most certainly rain. Saturday, however, is a very small chance, 20%. So Saturday might be a better day to do things outside than Friday. Right? A few other words. So the word widespread, right? Widespread. Widespread means covering a large area. So if you see this storm covers a very large area here of the United States. So as it moves, any particular place here will probably have storms, thunderstorms that cover a large area. Widespread. Now scattered, however, means that they don't cover as large of an area as a whole sort of storm. So in between these small sections of storms, you can see periods where there are no storms. Okay? So scattered, you may not see a storm. When they tell you there are scattered rain showers or scattered thunderstorms, you may in fact not see any where you live, right? Because they might move and change direction as they go. Widespread, you should see some of the rain or thunderstorms. Severe, what does severe mean? Right, that was on our forecast. So doesn't look too bad outside today now when I look outside. But severe usually means it can be very bad, right? You can see here, we have low, moderate, so not bad, right? And we go all the way to the word catastrophic. Catastrophic is horrible, very dangerous, very bad. Extreme is also very bad. So you can see severe here is on the bad side. Right? So if the forecast says severe thunderstorms, you should really be careful, right, about going outside and about what you might want to do, right? The wind or the rain or the lightning could be very bad at times. Okay, so severe. Two words that are often, people think that they're similar, but they are a little bit different. Cloudy. So here in this picture, this is a cloudy day. What that means is you can see individual clouds and you can see blue sky. We might say that the clouds are scattered, to use the word we had just a little bit ago, right? If you can see the sky and individual clouds, we would say cloudy. Now this morning I chose the word overcast because outside I could not see any blue sky. All of the sky, the entire sky was covered with clouds, with gray clouds. So when this happens, right, we call this an overcast day, right? An overcast day, not a cloudy day. All right, here are some resources, right? So this first one has a lot of vocabulary. This one here talks about the difference between overcast and scattered, right? Scattered and, now I forgot what I was just saying. It talks about the difference between scattered and widespread, right? I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Next time you see a kind of a gray, rainy day, think about some of the words that we talked about today. Thank you. Bye-bye.